Hey guys, welcome back to the Curly Reader. My name's Amanda, and today I want to share with you all the books that I bought or that entered my home in February. All right, so let's just get into this. I don't have too much to share with you today. I mean, I have books. But I do have some thrifted books. I have 4 books that I bought new and 2 books that were sent to me by publishers. So let's just get into this. First, I'm going to share with you the 4 books that I got when I did my thrift with me that I posted a few weeks ago. Okay, and so the first of which is Stella Diaz Has Something to Say by Angela Dominguez. This follows Stella Diaz, who likes spending her time with friends and things like that, and her best friend, but her best friend's in another class this year. So a new kid joins her class. She wants to be friends with him, but sometimes she accidentally speaks Spanish instead of English and pronounces words wrong. And so she's really nervous, and then she has to speak about her favorite subject, which is marine animals. And she's really nervous about it. So anyway, this is one that I got to share with my 2nd grader. I did not mean to throw that on the floor, but I thought that would be one that she would enjoy. Another one that I bought during that thrift with me is The Beekeeper's Promise by Fiona Valby. I'd never heard of this before. This was a cover buy for me. It is a World War II historical fiction about a beekeeper. And yeah, so that's that one. And then I also got Colson Whitehead's Harlem Shuffle. I found this at the store and it's in really almost brand new condition. And so I went ahead and grabbed this. I've never read Colson Whitehead before, but this one sounded really good. It sounds like it has to do with a man who just kind of is a salesman. He's upstanding, and then he kind of gets in with some not great people and things happen. And so kind of about that. And then the last one that I got during my thrift with me is Kristen Hanna's The Four Winds. So I found this for $4 and it was on a 25% off day. So it was actually $3 instead of $28.99. So I'll take it. So this is historical fiction set during the Great Depression, the Dust Bowl, not the Great Depression, set during the Dust Bowl, Texas, 1921. So I've heard it's really depressing though. So. And then I went to the thrift store last week and was just really in the mood for middle grade and got middle grade books. So this is what I picked up. One of them I have already read, and that is Amina's Voice. This is by Henna Khan, and this it has to do with a girl who her family immigrated to the U.S. I want to say it's in Ohio or Wisconsin or some. I'm pretty sure it's in the Midwest somewhere. And she sings. She wants to sing, and so it's about that and kind of prejudices that they face, things like that. And so that one was really good, and I got that to share with my daughters. All right, and then the next one that I got is The Humming Room. This is a Secret Garden retelling. It's really short. I didn't realize it was this short because this has been on my TBR for a while. But it sounds really dark and ghosty, but also a Secret Garden retelling and modern. So grab that. Another one I got is The Whole Story of Half a Girl by Veera Hiranandani. She also wrote... What was the one that she wrote that a lot of people have read? I don't remember now. What did she write? The Bridge Home? I don't remember now. But this has to do with a half Indian, half Jewish American who gets pulled out of private school and thrown into public education for the first time, and she's just kind of doesn't really know where she belongs. She navigates between a group of popular girls who want to try out for cheerleading and other students who aren't part of the in crowd. She's trying to make new friends. Her dad has lost his job. There's a lot of moving parts, but it sounded really good. Another one that I got specifically because I thought my 2nd grader would like it is The Unicorn Quest by Camilla Benko. This cover, guys, it just looks really cool. But it's about sisters who kind of end up in this other world, and one of them has to save the other one. I got Julia Alvarez's Return to Sender. This is the same author as Before We Were Free, which has been on multiple TBRs and I haven't read it yet. But this is about Tyler, whose father was injured in a tractor accident. And so the family is forced to hire migrant Mexican workers to help save their Vermont farm. He isn't really sure what to make of the workers. He doesn't know if they're undocumented, and there are three daughters that live with them. And so yeah, let's see. And so it's kind of about him and the oldest daughter and kind of them becoming friends despite their differences. So anyway, that sounded really good. Another one I've got that I've been eyeing for a while is the Mother-Daughter Book Club by Heather Vogel Frederick. I had seen this at my library and just kind of like stepping around it a little bit, but it's basically about a group of moms and their daughters who form a book club, and their first one that they read is Little Women, and it's a series, and each of the books they read a classic together. And yeah, I don't know, we'll check it out, we'll see. And then another cover buy that I got this, never seen it before, and then after I got it, a bunch of people have it on their stacks for middle grade March, or things that they've recently purchased. And that is The Girl Who Could Fly by Victoria Forrester. I had never heard of this before, but I bought it because this little blurb right here says it's the oddest, sweetest mix of Little House on the Prairie and X-Men. Yeah, it says I was smiling the whole time except for the part where I cried. Prepare to have your heart warmed, and it was blurred by Stephanie Meyer, who wrote Twilight. And so anyway, it's another first in the series, and I just thought it sounded really good. So that's those are all the books that I thrifted in February. And then I had two books that were sent to me by the publisher. The first one I've already read, and that is Anne of West Philly by Ivy Noel Weir. This was kindly sent to me by Little Brown Books, and this is a modern graphic retelling of Anne of Green Gables. I read The Secret Garden on 81st Street, I think, last year. That was same thing except The Secret Garden. And so this is the retelling of Anne of Green Gables. I really liked it. It was missing a little bit of that spunk that Anne had, the joy, the creativeness, that sort of thing. But I thought that it was a decent interpretation of Anne for modern day. Some of the ways that they interpreted things into modern day was really good. And so Anne is a foster child who goes to live with brother and sister, oh my goodness, Matthew and Marilla, and Diana is in here, Gilbert's in here. The Gilbert-Anne relationship in here was not quite like it was in the book, and I kind of missed the way it was in the book. So that was an issue I had with this. But other than that, I really like this one. And so, yeah, thank you so much, Little Brown Books, for sending this my way. I was thrilled when I got this. And then the other one that I got that I have not read yet, but is going on my middle grade March TBR, is Rhea and the Blood of the Nectar. Sorry, there are a lot of little words. I want to make sure I got it in the right order. Rhea and the Blood of the Nectar. I'm pretty sure this is a first in a series, and this was sent to me by Mango and Marigold Press. They are an indie publisher who try to publish things that are focused on Indian culture and by Indian authors. And so this follows Rhea, who's 12, and she has a fight with her twin brother, and then he goes missing, and so she goes and seeks help from a fortune teller and kind of gets thrown into this other world where she has to save her brother. And she finds out that she has magic that she didn't know that she had before, and it just looks so good, and this cover is amazing. And also, guys, this book has a silk bookmark in it. Like, what even is that? I am so excited. This is so well put together. It's so beautiful, and I cannot wait to read this. Thank you so much, Mango and Marigold Press, for sending this my way. So then I have 4 books that I bought new. So you guys know, I pre-ordered I Must Betray You by Ruta Sepetys, and Amazon did me dirty and never delivered it. They said that it was unable to ship, and they'd let me know when they could ship it, but then when I looked at their website, you could still order it, but for like more money than what I paid for it. I was very upset. So I canceled my order, and I ordered some books from Target because they were having buy 2 get 1 free. So buy 2 for the, yeah, so buy 3, whatever, buy 2 get 1 free. And then when I used my Target Red card, I get 5% off. So it saved me even more money. And I normally don't buy books full price. And so when I do, I'm always looking for deals like that where I can save money. And so I went ahead and I got I Must Betray You by Ruta Sepetys. This is her most recent release. This follows Christian, who is a boy living in Romania in 1989 under the dictatorship of Nicolae Ceausescu. And it follows him and his, let's say, a relationship with the secret police in Romania at the time, and just kind of what was going on with that. The secret police were everywhere. You couldn't really trust anybody, and it has to do with the rising up of the civilians at the time and how they overthrew Nicolae Ceausescu and, yeah, that whole revolution. And so this was really, really good. It was not my favorite Ruta Sepetys book ever, but I'm still going to buy it because it auto by author. I still really enjoyed it. I really appreciated it. I loved the ending, and I really appreciated the author's note at the end as well. So that is I Must Betray You by Ruta Sepetys. And then, so I was going to buy 2, get 1 free. And whenever I do that, I always try to get like some of the more expensive books that I don't want to spend a lot of money on, but I can maybe save a little bit of money. And so I decided to get 2 that I've been eyeing for a while. The first of which is Matilda, the illustrated edition. So there's this new edition that I put the whole there. That was me. But there's this illustrated edition that just came out, I want to say last year, that has these full page illustrations in it that are just, they're very different from the Quentin Blake. So if you are a Quentin Blake like loyalist, you're not going to probably like these that much. But I just, you know, for sharing it with my daughters and things like that, I thought that these would just tell me, like, they're just so fun and whimsical and lovely. And so Matilda's one of my favorite books ever. And so I wanted to own that. And then the other one that I bought is the second Harry Potter, the Mina Lina edition. And so these books, if you're not familiar, this is the second one that just recently came out. But the Mina Lima, sorry, I said that wrong, editions have like full page, oh, let me see if I can get this out. Like, here's the Whomping Willow, and it has like a interactive like pop outs, or like here's the little car with the Whomping Willow. So there's pop outs, there's interactive things in here. So sorry, there's like tissue paper in some of these. So like here's all the faces on the wall, and then you pull this and they move. And so you can kind of do that. There's a bunch of different ones in there. So I had the first one, it's on my display shelf, and so I had the second one too. So that's the other book that I bought in the buy 2 get one free sale. So not a bad deal for those 3 books. And then the other book that I bought new is Rachel Ryan's Resolutions. This is a book that I talked about in my mid-month wrap-up in February. I loved this book. And I don't want to hype it up too much for people because, like, it is a contemporary romance. It's probably not going to be the end-all be-all for most people, so, like, keep your expectations in check. But this is a debut author. This is a very small, like, release. UK author. I'm pretty sure it was just released on ebook for a while, and then it finally came out, like, in print. And I got it off of NetGalley, and then I ordered it because I loved it so much. But this follows Rachel Ryan, who had a really bad breakup in college, and now she's in her 30s and just kind of trying to make something better of her life. She, at the beginning of the book, it's New Year's, she's making all these resolutions for the new year to better herself, and goes into work. She works at like a marketing agency, and goes into work and finds out that her company is merging with another company, and her ex from the really bad breakup in college is going to be a coworker now, and she is not thrilled. So it's about them and them having to like get along and work together, but also it's about her and her core friend group. So she has her roommate who she's been friends with for many years, and then her roommate's longtime boyfriend and his best friend. And so there's 4 of them that kind of make a core friend group, and it's really about their friendship, that core group, and that friendship. There's there's a lot of moving parts in this, and it is so well done and so lovely. And I appreciated the conversations that happened here. It felt so realistic. This is definitely a book that, and I put this in my Goodreads review, I honestly feel like this is the most realistic romance I have ever read in my life. The conversations that happened, the feelings, the like mental conversations that she was having in her own head, I've had those thoughts and I've had those conversations. And like, even she gets in a fight with her friend at one point, and like the conversations they have were so realistic, and I loved it. So anyway, this is the other one that I bought just because I wanted to own it. It's going on my shelf, my trophy shelf, because I loved it that much. Okay, that's it. Is that it? That's it. Those are all the books that entered my home in February. So I'm trying to be better. I mean, we're not going on book buying bans, guys. That's just not something that we're gonna do. But we're doing better. So anyway, if you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them down below. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you stick around and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.